saying that, Mark, wrong. I apologize. From USB Merchant Services. Each of these gentlemen will be sharing information about the great benefits for you and your clients. And so make sure that you take and listen in, because I'm telling you, they have some great offerings that is not only available to you, your clients, and sometimes even your spouses and your dependents. So at this time, first up, I have Cliff coming in from PAS. Good morning, Cliff. Are you going to be joining me?
Yes.
There you are.
Thank you, Sandy. I want to thank, good morning, everyone. I want to thank Sandy and the MSATP for inviting me here. Once again, my name is Cliff Reiter. I'm with Professional Accounting Sales. We'll probably be moving to another name in National Accounting Sales down in the future. I have a Maryland rep. His name is Jerry Costelli. Unfortunately, Jerry can't be here because we are practicing social distancing, and he's probably also stuck in traffic. Jerry is, like yourself, a practitioner and is trying to deal with clients with their tax returns, their filings, and also the SBA. We found that being a corporate sponsor with the MSATP has been very beneficial both to us and hopefully to the MSATP members. Also in these tough times, we're very happy to be a corporate sponsor and support the MSATP during these tough times as a corporate sponsor. We feel we have a unique perspective. We've been doing this for 25 plus years. I personally have been through 9/11, the Great Recession, and now the COVID-19 pandemic. I was coming down to see a seller on 9/11. I was going over to the Triborough Bridge, got rerouted, and never could get down to Arlington to meet that person. In this market, we help members uniquely in helping them buy, sell, and merge accounting practices. If you're interested in an exit strategy, which is a sales side, we can help people sell their whole practice, a portion of their practice. We find that, in these times, if you do not want to retire, you can downsize. You don't have to sell your whole practice. You could sell a portion of it, which could mean you could sell your write-up business, keep your taxes, sell your, so if you have multiple offices, sell multiple of your offices, or if you have clients that you really don't want to deal with anymore, we can work with that too. In the last Tax Act, we found that people were saying, well, I got to get rid of my tax practice and keep my business practice. Now, in these times, I think the reverse is true, that I think the tax clients will come back. Some might go away. But in the same light, a lot of the business clients, I hate to say it, I hate to be pessimistic, but they might not survive this through all the reasons that we know.
Now, Cliff, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Cliff. So a lot of our members are based, in Maryland and the surrounding states. So it doesn't matter what state we're in. You are able to help them because your organization,
my organization is. I used to be
right?
more regional, and that's when with Professional Accounting Sales, and I would say we were more East Coast based.
Okay, good to know.
Which was kind of, I like to, I built my territory, or I built the territory about as far as I could drive, which means going up to Maine, probably down to Richmond. Okay. And now I can cover anything, anywhere. Hawaii, California. I actually have a couple listings, one in Colorado coming up, one in California, but my strength is East Coast.
Okay. I started to interrupt. I just wanted to
No, by all means. Okay. I'm very used to doing stuff interactively. Also, if people want to buy, I'm not just a seller. I need both sides of the equation. And I think that in these times, if you have a practice, and a lot of practitioners have both write-up and they have business clients and individual clients, with this pandemic and the stress and people, all these small businesses, which is what I think the client base will have. I don't think a lot of the clients with the MSATP will have Fortune or New York Stock Exchange listed or NASDAQ listed clients. But I think some of these people are going to go out of business.
Mm-hmm.
And so going back to the strategy that you don't have to retire, you can downsize. Buyers might be interested in picking up a small piece of business, which is, could be $50,000, $100,000 worth of clients. Jerry and I will take them. We are uniquely positioned in that we have lenders. We can handle a listing, buyer or seller from listing to closing. We have lenders, though I think some of my lenders might be a little tired out with this with the CARES or the PPP program. I'm hoping that September, the Congress will replenish some of the SBA funds. But I think the one thing I see this year is that I think my season will be deferred or delayed. It'll be protracted. What's analogous is when we didn't have the pandemic, practitioners tax season, where it's very front end loaded, and I think I'm going to be July to August loaded, back end loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always told people that I work all year round for a seasonal business.
Right.
But,
So Cliff, so can you, I know we're getting close to time, but I want to make sure you have time to share your contact information with the audience to make sure that they have your information, your phone number, as well as your email. If you would like to share that.
Yeah, sure. The regional office, which is up here in New York, not far from, which is the epicenter of this, is 914-705-5345.
Okay.
And Jerry, I believe he's based in Bethesda, which is local.
Mm-hmm.
He is 301-461-4720. We can both be reached, Cliff or Jerry. That's Jerry with a J. That's CLIFF at nationalaccountingsales.com, or Jerry, JERRY, at nationalaccountingsales.com. No question is out of the ordinary. We've got 25 years doing this. I think we can handle most questions, and by all means, mention that you're an MSATP member. That Sandy or Heather referred to you, and you'll get family treatment because we're a family.
Okay, that's very nice. And Cliff, what's Jerry's last name again?
Jerry Castelli, CASTELLI.
Thank you so much. Okay, wonderful. All right, great. Well, I'm telling you, Cliff, you are in the heart of it, right up there in New York. I'm glad to see you're well and your family's well. I just want you to take care of yourself, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
And Sandy, thank you and the MSATP for having me.
Thank you. Now, next we're going to have Jerry Lotz from CostSeg join us. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Sandy and MSATP.
I'm telling you, I am loving this technology. I mean, I just went from New York, and now where are we at now, Jerry?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland. And you know what? I didn't even get car sick. I mean, we just. Well, Jerry, the floor is yours. Please share with us what you can offer our membership.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And it's an honor to be here. This is actually, I was looking earlier today, this is going into our 4th year of being a corporate sponsor. So, wow is right. I've met a lot of very nice people. It's always a pleasure working with you, your staff, and the people at the organization. It's just been a real pleasure. So I look forward to getting back to a time when we can get together and give each other a hug.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least a fist pump.
Exactly. So, like a lot of the members of the society, I work for myself. I actually come from a medical sales background and always wanted to do something on my own, and just felt like that was a passion of mine. And when the medical sales career was winding down, I did a lot of networking and met the folks for whom I'm working for today. In fact, a majority of my business is the tax savings business that comes with accelerating depreciation in residential rental, multifamilies, and commercial properties. So there's a company that I was acquainted with called CSSI, Cost Segregation Services Incorporated, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They've been around 18 years or so and have completed projects, or actually studies, on physical buildings, more than 20,000 projects across every state in the country over that time period. And they are just the salt of the earth people. They will go to the wall for me, for a building owner, for a tax professional. They will go up to the line with that tax code and look over that line, but they won't cross it. They're just super people. So what we really do is we're not accountants, but we work very closely with the tax professional and their client that has either residential rental property, multifamily property, or commercial buildings. So there's a couple ways to depreciate a property. You can take it, if it's a commercial building, and do a straight line depreciation off of a 37 or 39-year timeline. Multifamily properties depreciate in a 27.5-year timeline. So somebody has a $390,000 commercial building. They are expensing or writing off $10,000 a year for that 39-year timeline until they fully depreciated that building. There are, however, assets in that building that, if they went to a cost segregation method, or if we segregated those assets that are in that property into 5, 7, or 15-year categories for depreciation, we might find, out of that $390,000, we might find $20,000, $30,000, $70,000, maybe even $90,000 worth of assets that could be carved out and depreciated more quickly. So what that does, it frees up cash for that building owner. They would be able to get their money early on up front, have that cash available to utilize for growing their business, sustaining their business. Certainly somebody right now that is struggling because of the COVID situation, if they had successful years in 2014 on up until now, there are opportunities within that CARES Act to actually go back and study a piece of property, come up with a lot of accelerated deductions in the current tax year that they may not necessarily be able to use, but to actually take those deductions, go back to 14, 15, 16, and apply those deductions against successful years where they paid taxes and get tax refunds. So,
oh wow, that's wonderful. So they might have some money out there, or some available cash that they can tap into if they do this program.
absolutely.
That's wonderful.
And I'm so I like I said, I work for myself and represent CSSI and a few other entities that are about energy efficiency and cost savings and things. But my mission is really to educate tax professionals and building owners about the options and the opportunities that are out there for them to make the most of their current investments and save some money. What I do with the cost segregation piece, that quite honestly, there are a few misconceptions out there about what I do. Some people think that, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I've been doing my taxes for 10 years this way, and I've never had a problem. Everything's moving along smoothly, and they've got their ears closed to any other option that might be out there. Some people think that if all of a sudden I change my accounting method, the building owner would think, gosh, I'm going to raise some red flags and cause an audit, situation. And quite honestly, changing an accounting method to go from a straight line depreciation to a cost segregating method is not a red flag to trigger an audit. If an audit's going to come, it's going to come because there's something else in the closet of that owner's tax return that the IRS feels like they need to investigate. And actually, when there are some of the clients for whom we've done studies, of the 20,000 studies or so that we've done that have come under audit, not because we've done work for them, but just because of some other red flags that may come out of the closet. And we, as a company, CSSI defends the work that we do on behalf of the client and the tax professional at no additional charge. So we've got their back should an audit situation come about. But, in all those studies that they've done, as I mentioned, there were some that have come under scrutiny like that. We've defended our work, and the IRS has never overturned the work that we've done on behalf of the client. So I'm really excited and very proud to be able to state that I can sleep at night knowing knowing that we do the right thing.
So Jerry, how long would this process take? So if someone would come on board with this, how long would it take?
Well, I always say whether a property is newly bought, newly built, even if it's been owned for a number of years, there's a darn good chance we can find some tax savings. So the first thing we would do would be to prepare an estimate of tax savings. So if it's a new property, we would take maybe a real estate listing to look at that. We can prepare an estimate in a matter of a couple of days. That estimate includes a engagement letter. The client signs off on the engagement letter for us to go to work. Then is when the project formally begins. We go to work collecting all the data, appraisals, any pertinent building information, anything pertinent to that building is what we've got to collect. Somebody physically goes and does a site visit. If it's at all geographically possible, I love to do that myself because it's an opportunity to get firsthand exposure and interaction with the building owner a lot of times. Once that site visit's done, and the whole process can take, the actual engineering phase process can take between 4 to 6 weeks outside of tax season. Right now, we're still in the thick of tax season, so that engineering-based process could take 6 to 8 weeks. But, I've seen projects, I'll get a pre-analysis together for the client. They'll sign it on a Wednesday, and by Friday, they've got all of their building information to us. We've confirmed the basis cost. And then we do the site visit that very next week, and it flows very smoothly. So in a matter of, 4 to 6 weeks, we've done everything from start to finish. There are situations where there are delays. Sometimes it's like
that's expected.
Yeah, to get information from the client, from the tax professional. So the clock really starts ticking when we've got all of the information necessary to send that project to the engineering phase.
Well, it sounds like a great program. It sounds like a great opportunity right now, especially for these businesses who are looking, they're having some cash flow problems. And if they can go back the 3 years and get some cost savings, that would be great, because any kind of income they can use right now. So Jerry, just like I said to Cliff, go ahead and give out your email, your phone number.
Please.
If anybody wants to reach out to you.
Sure. I'll share my cell number. It's area code 410-960-8269. And the email address is jlotz, Lotz, at Cost Seg Energy Solutions. So COSTSEGES.com.
Wonderful. Well, Jerry, I'm so glad to see you even in the virtual world. This is wonderful. Thank you for joining me this morning. You did a great job. And thank you again. Like you said, I didn't even realize we were in 4 years. So the time went by. It's been a real pleasure. And not only I can say that you're a corporate partner, but I can call you as a friend. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've met you, of course, yourself, and your entire staff has just been more than cordial, more than friendly. And I consider everybody friends as well. And a lot of the members I've met, just an unbelievable, very family oriented organization. And I'm blessed to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. So lastly, we have Marc joining us from USB. Good morning, Marc.
Morning, Sandy. How are you?
Fine. I just want to make an announcement right here. You know, the society has gone through a transition, a brand new refresh on their website, and we are an e-commerce product in which people can register online. And we were having problems with our credit card processing, and we use USB. Thank you so much. And I'm telling you, I was freaking out on a Saturday, and Marc was right there for me. And Marc, I cannot thank you enough, and I just want that known. You guys really came above and beyond, and I truly, truly appreciate it when we launch a new product and to have you, our corporate partner, be there for us to help us through that process. You handled it, you addressed it, and it is nothing that you did. It was something in that process when we went transferring to the new refresh. And thank you so much for being there for us.
Not a problem, Sandy. We appreciate you being a customer of ours now and us being able to do that. I mean, that is what we do. That's the biggest reason that people should be with a company like ours. Okay, a lot of the people on this call, they've all come and talked to me. That a lot of them are customers already, which we appreciate, and we're very happy to take care of them. But the ones that aren't have to realize that they don't have to go through their big bank. If it's a Bank of America or a PNC, they'll do the processing, but they don't do it well. And you're just a number, just like with all these PPP loans that everybody's trying to get. And if you read all the articles, the big banks really dropped the ball on what was going on with all these loans. And the smaller local community banks have all taken care of the customers very well. We're in the same situation because when we're competing with Bank of America and PNC and M&T, and they don't even do their own processing. They farm it out to somebody, and that person's God knows where they are. They couldn't care less about the MSATP and where those 8 or 7 transactions were, right? The difference between them and us is we actually care. We want to be able to help the customer and get them moving along. They shouldn't be worrying about transactions. They shouldn't be worrying about, is this going to work? Or when I need help, do I have to sit on hold for 45 minutes to get a person? The difference, we're a locally owned company based out of Towson, Maryland. We've been here for 25 years. We have so much support here. We have customer support, financial support. Everything that we have is built in-house, 24/7. So a lot of the accountants that I've met with and the CPAs that have become customer of ours, they don't realize how much they utilize the customer support until they start calling us. And then they say, oh my God, I can't believe how easy this was. That's the huge difference between us and our competitors. We serve Maryland, we serve DC, Virginia. We can do anywhere in the country, but our main footprint is the Maryland, DC, Virginia, PA footprint. We're totally local. We can compete with any big bank out there. As a matter of fact, we beat all of their rates and fees. We beat their service, and their customer support it doesn't even compare to what we do. We are not just a fit for the CPAs. We're a fit for the CPA's clients. So your restaurants, your retail stores, your mail order, whoever they're doing their accounting for, if they have any need for credit card processing, we're a fit. We don't just do only restaurants or only retail. We will do it all. So again, if someone has a sister that's in Pennsylvania that has a restaurant, we can do it. Someone has a customer that's in Arizona, we can do it. We can pretty much handle any client anywhere, and we have every client's different. Every client's needs are different. With you guys going online and taking recurring billing and stuff like that, that was one of your needs. With other customers, they want to have online ordering, they want to have invoicing, they want to have bill pay on their website. There's all different things that we can do, and we can cater, whether it's mobile processing, they're going to shows and they need to do that, or whether they're in the retail environment and they just need a retail machine or a POS system. All of that stuff we can provide top of the line technology,
Yep.
and the service and the support that goes with it, because that is the getting the equipment is easy, getting the merchant number is easy. It's the support after the fact. Nothing ever goes perfect. We try and make everything perfect, but it will never go perfect. So when the support is needed, I would think that if you can get local support, and again, everybody's talking about supporting the restaurants and everybody within this crisis. That's what we're doing. I mean, as a matter of fact, we have a local marketing company that's a sister company of ours, which is Maryland Local Marketing, which will help the marketing of small businesses. And through that company, they also created a local website for free. We're not charging anybody to be on it, so your CPAs can be on it and any of their clients. It's called mdlocalforbiz.com. And what that is, it's basically just saying, if you're open for business, go on here, register. We'll attach your website. And anyone looking for a restaurant in Parkville or an accountant in wherever, they can go and look on that site. We did that just for because we're a small business, so we know what it feels like with what's going on in the market. Just another thing that we're doing, besides the credit card processing.
Right. Well, like I said, Mark, and not only, I really, like I said, the service you gave was great. And not only that, but when we made the transition to USB, the training that you provided the staff, I mean, coming to our office and giving training, that was really, really helpful. So it's just not like you do the processing and goodbye. I mean, you are there with us. You go us through the whole journey of the transition. And that was very helpful as well.
Correct. And what we try to do, and obviously in this time that we're in is a little crazy. Normally, we would send a rep out to the actual client. The rep will go through, if they're processing, we'll go through their statements. We'll see how they're getting paid, if they're being billed correctly, show them where their savings could come. Because in this day and age, every client is looking for savings. People are, every penny they can find right now
Right.
is a gold mine. So because we can't go to physical merchants right now, we're doing things either like this over the internet, or we could do them over the phone and via email and fax. We could still go through the statements. We could still create a cost comparison that shows a side-by-side comparison of exactly what their fees were for the month and what they paid and how it was broken down on their statement, and then the correct way of doing it and what it would add up to. 99% of the time, it's less expensive with us, and we can show them where their savings are actually available. As far as the installation, we're still doing installations. We're still doing ongoing training. If something goes wrong, we still send a tech out. It's just, like I said, the time we're in right now for the next month or so is going to be a little tricky for us.
Right. But like I said, I just really, really appreciate all that you guys do. And like I said, when we made that transition, it was a very easy, we gave you the documentation. You did a great research and said, this is where we can save you. And like I said, anytime that we can save the members money and on our side, that we can pass that on. We keep our membership dues down. We keep our seminar prices the same. And that's what it is. We try to look at those other cost savings is so that we don't have, because everything is going up. But if we can make it some savings and where we can keep our prices the same, that's what we try to do.
Yeah, and this is the perfect time for all these merchants that are either closed or they're barely open. This is the perfect time to look at it. And a lot of merchants have said, well, you know what? I don't want to look at it now. I'll look at it when I'm busy and I'm open. This is the time to do it, because now with everything closed down, you've got the time. Once they open up the business out there and people start doing business as normal as what it's going to be, they're not going to want to take the time at that point to look at it. So this time, the next 30 days, the next 45 days is the perfect time, whether you're a CPA taking credit cards or whether you're a restaurant or a retail store, it doesn't make a difference. Right now, while everything is down and slow, this is the time to do it. You make the conversion, we get it all taken care of, and when things start to ramp up, all of a sudden your savings kick right into place. And the support that we can give you now is obviously going to be better than what you currently have.
All right, that's a very good point, Mark. Very good point. Now, Mark, can you go ahead and give us your phone number as well as your email so we can get that posted for everyone?
Sure. My direct line to my office is 410-828-4286. My email is my name, M. Reibman, Reibman, B as in boy, MAN at usbne.com. And our website is the same thing, usbne.com. You can go to that. You can click on something on there, and you can get to me through that as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mark. And thank you again for helping us out during that transition.
Sandy,
I cannot thank you enough.
Thank you for being a client of ours. Thank you for allowing us to be an MSAT corporate sponsor. We appreciate it. We have a great relationship with a lot of your accountants, and we're going to continue this going forward because I know every year we're adding a bunch of accountants and their clients, and every year they come in and they thank us. You can't imagine what you did for me, or thank you for taking care of such and such client. He is so happy. I need to refer this one to you. So it takes a while for us to get that relationship with the CPAs because, again, they don't know us until they've tried us.
Right.
But once they have, as you have, I mean, you can attest to what we do and the support and the service that we can provide.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very much, Sandy.
And take care of yourself and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you. So I just want to give my thanks personally to these three gentlemen. They have continued to support the society for many years in many cases, and their willingness to work with the members within the society goes without question. So, I mean, if you have any of yours, if your own business or your clients are in any of these situations, please take advantage, give them a call. You know, they all provide some cost savings, whether it be cost savings on your credit card processing, cost savings on depreciation, or actually even looking for to sell your practice or even purchase a practice. These are great gentlemen to work with, and it's definitely will be worth your time. So in closing, I do have a big announcement today. We have a brand new program that we're going to be launching next week. It's entitled the Weekly Isolation Webinars, and it's going to be with Frost and Associates. As you know, in the past, we have been working with Frost and Associates to offer the CPE dinner series. But due to the stay-at-home order, we all had to cancel these events, and which we miss seeing everyone. But Frost and Associates, again, has come to the plate and is working with the society to start this new series. It's called the Weekly Isolation Webinars. And each week, we will take on one issue on a webinar, and you can get credit for it. And the first one will be on April 29th from 4 to 5 p.m. And what the topic is going to be is the CARES Act update. You can get one CPE for this. And like I said, and from that point on, we're going to have one a week. And it's going to be usually between 3 and 5 in the evening. And they're going to either be Wednesday or Thursday. I am really excited about this. Once again, Frost is, again, one of our key partners. And we continue to work with them. And they bring great information to our members, and I'll tell you, they have really stepped up the plate on this one, because I'm really excited about adding this to our menu of offerings of free opportunities for our membership. This is a great opportunity. And another thing is, because of the great popularity of the last one we did with Frost and Associates, we have increased our number of spaces available for the webinars. So for those, I know some of them were disappointed because we were only allotted 100 spaces. And like I said, we sold them out. We have increased our spaces up to 500. So hopefully everyone will be able to join us without no hesitation. And I'm really looking forward to see this information. Now, you're going to start seeing the information about the new program on our website. And so if you want to get registered, you can go right there right now. It's I think the website is up and ready to accept your registration. Again, it's free and for all of our members. So please take advantage of that. And remember to register at www.msatp.org. And you want to click on seminars events up in the top left-hand corner. So until next time, I want everyone to take care. And I always enjoy our Thursday morning chats. I'm really getting used to this, and I'm really I look forward to them. So thank you. Have a wonderful day, and stay safe. Wash those hands, and we'll see you soon.